You're watching Ned the Dead and Doc Moreau. Check out their stuff at nedthedead.com.
Welcome to Chiller Theater with Ned the Dead, Dr. Moreau, and Edna the Talking Skull. Tonight, a bucket of blood. Ladies and gentlemen, Ned the Dead.
Hey everybody, welcome to Chiller Theater. It's time for us to join in a little thing that I call Barbie Bar. You ready? Here we go, everyone. Barbie Bar. Let's try that again on 3. 1, 2, 3. See, you're doing it in your own home, all by yourselves. It's that easy. If you practice and work with me, we can be doing this in public, at parades, at public functions, city council meetings, you know, in the school audit. Well, no, you didn't hear me say that. It's all fun. It's all Chiller Theater. Hey, we are in week 2 of the brand new Chiller Theater here on NBC 26. We've got our horrible 3 million pound wood thing from the guys at Terror on the Fox, and we are styling like giant cats. Huge, upsetting cats. Now, speaking of cats, tonight's movie is called A Bucket of Blood, features a prominent role of a very, very serious acting cat that has something very bad happen to it. And you know how I feel about cats. It's a very upsetting thing. So I want you to stay tuned and enjoy that. Also, we're going to have a lot of funky deals going on. We're going to have movies from other folks and stuff that flies and pigs that are here doing things that's going to be very, very unusual. However, coming up, we got a little segment that we like to call Doc Moreau's Movie Lore. This is where my buddy Doc explains to you the key elements of the movie, and he takes it seriously, so we need you to listen. So without any further ado, it's Doc Moreau's Movie Lore. Or what?
Here is the Hollywood line on director Roger Corman. They say the low-budget legend could negotiate the production of a movie from a phone booth, shoot the movie in the phone booth, and finance it with money in the coin slot. As for some of the acting honors, the older kids out there may find familiar the ill-fated undercover narc. That's Bert Convy, well-known game show host in the 70s and 80s. Though in high school, we used to call him Bert Gaddafi for his resemblance to a certain infamous leader of Libya. You should remember her screaming scenes in another Corman classic, The Wasp Woman. I love me some Barbara Morris. They called her the girl with the smile, in this movie playing Carla, the apple of Walter Paisley's eye. So sad, she left the scene too soon, passing away the year I graduated high school, just one day after her 43rd birthday. Our star Dick Miller worked in Corman Productions for 20 years, his character Walter Paisley in this movie being a rare leading role. Now, many famous directors got their starts with Roger Corman, guys like James Cameron, and they love giving Dick Miller scene-stealing appearances in their flicks, like Gremlins, Terminator, and Twilight Zone the movie. And sometimes his characters are even named Walter Paisley in honor of his leading role in A Bucket of Blood. Back to you, Ned.
Movie lore. Thank you some more. You're a... No, you're not. Hey, everybody, we're going back to Bucket of Blood. I love you or what? Rolling history.
I will talk to you of art, for there is nothing else to talk about. For there is nothing else. Life is an obscure hobo bumming a ride on the omnibus of art. Burn gas buggies and whip your sour cream of circumstance and hope. And go ahead and sleep your bloody heads off. Creation is. All else is not. What is not creation is graham cracker. Let it all crumble to feed the creator. The harvest is is a canvas or a painting. A rock is a rock or a statue. A sound is a sound or is music. A creature is a creature or an artist. Where are John, Joe, Jake, Jim, Jerk? Dead. They were not born. Before they were born, they were not born. Where are Leonardo, Rembrandt, Ludwig? Alive. They were born. Bring on the multitude with a multitude of fishes. Feed them to the fishes for liver oil. Nourish the artist. Stretch their skins upon an easel to give him canvas. Crush their bones into a paste that he might mold them. Let them die. By their miserable deaths become the clay within his hands, that he might form an ashtray or an arm. For all that is comes through the eye of the artist. The rest a blind fish swimming in the cave of aloneness. Swim on, you maudlin, muddling, maddened fool. Breathe. One bright and sunny night, some artist will bait a hook and let you bite upon it. Bite hard and die. In his stomach, you are very close to immortality.
Walter, what are you doing here?
I was looking at Carla's picture.
Why, I pay you to look at pictures? Come on, get to work.
I was just looking.
There are empty cups all over the place. Clear them out.
You shouldn't be so rough on him, Leonard.
Yes, sir, Walter. All right. Big up cut.
Yes, man. How you making?
Fine, man. How about you? In there now.
Valdez, Vice.
Yeah, LaCroix checking in. Lou took over a couple of minutes ago.
Anything new at the door?
Well, nothing you can pound nails in. A couple of hustlers. One of them short, fat, brunette, named Skinny. The other one was short also. She was bleached and skinny.
Name of Fat.
Probably, I didn't get it. They didn't give any pictures, though. Guess you can keep an eye on.
Okay, any heads?
Well, Jerry Sachs looked like he was straight. I'm sure he's on it anyway. Didn't see any pushes around the place. Lou said he'd check out on Jerry. He'll sound him out later if he gets any higher. I guess that's about it.
Okay, go on home and get a good night's sleep, you think.
Okay, so long.
Everyone listen to my new poem. Do you think they really heard it?
I heard it, Mr. Brock.
Thank you, Walter. I'm sure you did.
Bring on the multitude with a multitude of fishes. Feed them to the fishes for liver oil to nourish the artist.
That was word for word.
Is it? I've forgotten.
You mean you don't remember your own poem?
I refuse to say anything twice. Repetition is death.
Oh, got it.
When you repeat something, you are reliving a moment, wasting it, severing it from the other end of your life. I believe only in new impressions, new stimuli, new life.
I thought you believed that life is an obscure hobo bumming a ride on a...
I do believe that, Walter, but I also believe creative living. To be uncreative, you might as well be in your grave or in the army.
They tried to draft me once. I couldn't pass the test.
Walter, Leonard's looking at you.
He's just my gun.
Walter has a clear mind.
One day something will enter it, feel lonely, and leave again. Yes, cats, yes. If you want to know how beatniks live, William and me will show you. We'll introduce you to some wild ones. You may even discover an artist of your own.
And how much is that going to cost us?
What cost? A couple of bucks. You want to meet some beatniks, don't you?
Oh, no, it's the artist. I'm just crazy about artists.
All that is comes through the eye of the artist. The rest are just blind fish swimming in a cave of aloneness.
Oh, you must be an artist. And working as a busboy, too.
In him that he will be satisfied. The artist is. All others are not.
That's most intriguing. Are you a painter?
Well, no, I work... I'm working on something that's not ready yet.
What is it, man? Finger painting? And draw me a picture of a house, Walter. Make some smoke coming out of the chimney.
Well, I am working on something. I'll show you soon. Walter?
Is he...
Good look, kid. Come on home.
Hey, it's a lot, Walter.
It's corn in there, I
Hello, Mrs. Swicker.
Oh, Walter, you look awful pale. What'd you have to eat tonight?
I had a salami sandwich, Mrs. Swicker.
Oh, if you were my son, why don't you let me fix you a nice bowl of soup? Won't take but a minute.
Oh, it's okay. I can fix myself something. Besides, I got something important to do.
Oh, say, Walter, did you see anything of Frankie tonight when you went out?
I didn't see him at all.
Well, if you do, tell him I got a nice, fresh piece of halibut for him.
Tell him that? I mean, do you think he'll understand? He's only a cat.
Good night, Walter.
Frankie? Canvas is a canvas or a painting. A rock is a rock or a statue. A sound is a sound or it's music. Frankie. How'd you get yourself stuck in a wall? Wait a minute, I'll get you out. You all right, Frankie? Oh, Frankie. I'm sorry. Poor Mrs. Swickard. She got a nice fresh piece of halibut for you. I'll give you to her in the morning. Repetition is death, Frankie.
You're watching Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
Now, for every kid who has ever seen a science fiction movie, thrilled to the amazing strength of an out-of-this-world movie monster, comes Great Garloo by Marx. Garloo the Mighty. Garloo the Untamed. Garloo the Terrible. Who can stop him? Who can control this monstrous creature? You can, kids, because Great Garloo by Marx is yours to command. With these battery-operated controls, you can make Garloo go, stop, bend, pick up, turn. Yes, Great Garloo, almost 2 feet tall, will be your faithful servant. You name it, you're the boss. Bring out-of-this-world excitement into your house, kids. Own the most fantastic toy of all. Great Garloo by Marx.
M-A-R-X spells Marx, world's largest toy maker.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
Hey, kids, we're back on the old Chiller Theater, the old rotten, reeking pile of Chiller Theater, as we like to call it. Don't you, Randall?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't call it anything. As far as you know.
Yeah. I've heard you call it things
your
behind my back. I know. When you and the crew are out talking, what do you guys do outside
Nothing.
in between the
We
breaks?
don't do nothing.
No, what are you doing
As far as
out,
you know.
out there drinking soda, eating popcorn, and just, you never share any of that root beer with me anymore, either, my friend. You know what I'm saying? I hear you guys burping out there, burping out the alphabet. Stuff like, can you say Chiller Theater? Oh, come on, dude. That was a weak attempt.
I swallowed my tongue.
You know what, though? I think what you need, my friend, is you need maybe some help in the way that you need to lead your life. Do you know what I'm saying?
We could all use a little help.
I think so. And part of what we do here at Chiller Theater, in addition to entertain and to bring you the news, to deliver all the important stuff, is we try to give you some tips on living. Now, we realize that there's a lot of you dudes that are out there still living in your parents' basement.
Yeah, what do you do?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And there are a lot of you that aren't living in your parents' basement that could any day now lose your job or get divorced, have problems.
Or get addicted to bacon. What do you think about that? You saved that one for me, didn't you? That was your line, wasn't it? But you gave it to me, didn't you? Thank you very much. That was very cool. You know, I liked the line, and you figured, all right, I'll give Ned the bacon line. Because you know how hard it is to not be addicted to bacon? You know, I'm driving on Highway 29 over by Burnham Wood, and I went by Newski's. You ever been to Newski's? Dude, let me tell you, I go in there, and I just lick bacon. I'm serious. I'll go in, I'll buy bacon, I'll just sit in the car and lick it until it is a liquid. And it adorns me in kind of a moist yet delicious, and it's applewood smoke, delicious liquid bacon juices. Very, very nice. So we're going to go to a little thing that's going to help you deal with life, deal with your parents, and make your life better.
Now here's a familiar dilemma. Billy's sneaking in past curfew after a night on the town with his pals. Careful, Bill. Be quiet as a mouse fart, or else you're gonna get busted. Oh, way to go, Bill. Here comes the old man.
What kept you, son?
It was like this. You see, Skinny tripped and twisted his ankle, and we had to carry him to the hospital. Well, I don't mean we carried him. We took him there. In a car. Well, it wasn't exactly a car. It was more like a wagon.
Are you sure you're telling the truth, Bill?
Of course I'm telling the truth. The trouble with this family is nobody ever believes me.
Making excuses, that's one way to meet a problem. But not if you're a crappy liar like Bill. Now, here's another way.
What kept you, Bill?
Oh, sorry, Dad. I was fooling around with the gang, and it was 12:30 before I realized it.
You know what we all agreed on, don't you?
Yeah, anyone who comes in late can't go out again for a week.
That's right. It's too bad, but...
Oh, that's all right. It was my fault. Good night.
Good night, Bill.
Well, that didn't work. Bill got his keister grounded. Now, look at possibility number 3.
Where were you, Bill?
It's none of your business. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm old enough to take care of myself.
Now listen.
And beginning now, that's just what I'm going to do.
Now,
and I'd like to see you or anyone else try me.
Now, that's how you take care of business. Bill showed his dad who's boss, and he went out for some more fun. It's only 1:45. The bars close at 2. Way to go, Billy boy.
Hey, everybody, we're back with you. You know, they look like they're old, don't those things? You know, black and white, whatever, what have you.
I know a lot of people think black and white is bad, and they don't enjoy the black and white anymore, but it's funky.
He loves the black and white.
Funky stuff.
See, now, I'm more for, when it comes to movies, I have to say, I dig the color movies. I like the color movies, and you're an old black and white movie guy, aren't you?
Well, sometimes it's nice to just see a guy and not see a guy who's wearing a blue shirt, you know, because he's a guy wearing a blue shirt. Sometimes it's funnier if he's just a guy.
See, I think it's a lot more fun to see a woman. You may want to see the guy, dude. That's fine with you. If you'd like, if I have my choice, I think I'd rather see a lady.
Black and white is more dreamlike.
See, and I never would have said it like that. I would have said, you know, sometimes it's nice to see a lady. Sometimes it's nice to see a lady in a blue frock. You know what I'm saying? I love the frock.
I never got that.
Have you ever had what is a frock?
The heck is a frock?
I always thought a frock was something you did to someone. You come up behind him, you know, that was like a frock. I never quite understood a lady in a frock. I know that, you know what I mean? I just think that kids, do something funny. If next time your mom's wearing a dress or something to go to church or whatever, say, Mother, that's a lovely frock you're wearing. I guarantee you they will bust a gut. I guarantee you. Actually, you should say it to your grandma because grandmas had frocks. You know what I'm saying? Grandmas will still wear the nylons that aren't pantyhose, that are just individual awful nylons. And they'd be hanging on the line. We used to play war when we were kids, and you'd run into them, and it was like a landmine. It was terrible. All right, let's get out of here.
Let them die, and by their miserable deaths become the clay within his hands, that he might form an ashtray or an ark. Pray that you might be his diadem, gold, glory, paint, clay, that he might take you in his magic hands and wring from your marrow wonder.
Where are John, Joe, Jim, Jerk?
take that stuff to the laundromat, Walter.
Huh?
Don't mind him.
What have you got? It's a thing I made.
Walter.
You like it?
What you got?
Oh, come look at this letter.
Well, where'd you get that, auction?
I made it.
You made that?
I said I did, didn't I?
Walter, it's very good.
Honest?
Honest.
What's it called?
Dead cat?
Dead cat? That's its name?
Sure.
Well, it sure looks dead enough.
You want to buy it?
Buy it? That thing? Scare people out of the place.
Don't be silly. It's tremendous. Look at the detail. The anatomy's perfect. Look at the expression on its face.
How come you put a knife into it?
I didn't mean to.
Just got carried away, huh? Well, all right. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put it in the corner of the alcove. If it sells, we'll split 50-50, okay?
Sure. Does this mean I'm an artist?
Maybe so. You can do other things as well.
All that is comes through the eye of the artist.
Yeah, you're a real artist now. I go in back and scrub down those garbage cans. March now.
You really like it?
We like it. Now go on.
Did you see my cat?
What's the matter? You losing?
How do you like my cat?
You made this thing, man?
Uh-huh.
It's crazy.
Crazy. You want to buy it?
For me, Matt? On tap.
He likes my cat.
Get to work. Hey, Waller, come here a minute. Hey, congratulations, man.
Walter, you're famous.
I saw your cat.
Did you like it, Mr. Brock?
You may call me Maxwell.
How'd you do it, Walter?
All right. Just took some clay and fixed it up. Attention. Attention, everyone. As you passed through these yellow portals, I am sure you noticed on your right a small clay figure, and assumed this transfixed effigy to be the work of a master sculptor. And indeed, so it is. That master sculptor is in our midst. He is none other than Walter Paisley, our very own busboy, whose hands of genius have been carrying away the empty cups of your frustration. Mark well this lad. His is the silent voice of creation. But in the dark, rich soil of humility, he blossoms as the hope of our nearly sterile century.
Beautiful, Maxwell.
Bring me an espresso, Walter.
Maxwell, really beautiful.
Thank you.
You are in.
Oh, Walter, it was wonderful.
Yes. This is my man. Yes. Listen, man, you got a pen? Huh? This is my man.
Hey, Pops, what's happening?
Making a big scene for Walter.
Who'd he shoot?
He made a cat. Out of clay.
See you around.
Yeah, later.
Somebody clear this table, please. Will somebody clear this table?
Did you hear them, Mr. DeSantis? They all like my cat.
Yeah, very good. Now, look, Walter, you must be tired. Why don't you take the rest of the night off?
Oh, I don't...
No, you got it coming. Besides, you're creating an incident. When people are applauding, they don't know what to copy. So go on home and work on something. Make another cat.
Well, I haven't got another cat.
Just go to the movies. Please, Walter, go.
All right, Mr. DeSantis. Good night.
Good night, Walter.
Walter, wait a minute.
Oh, hello, Naolia.
Walter, I'd dug it.
My cat?
It was the most wonderful, wildest, like wittiest thing I've ever seen. Walter, you've done something to me. Something deep down inside of my prana.
Inside of her what?
Oh. I have?
Oh, Walter, I want to be with you. You're creative. You've got a hot light bulb glowing inside of you, and I want to be warmed by it.
Gee, that's nice of you, Naolia.
Walter, take me away from here. Take me away to some cool blue place. Gas.
I can't. I gotta go home.
Oh, then I'll go home with you.
Oh, no, Mrs. Swickett wouldn't like that. She's my landlady.
Isn't there anything I can do for you?
I don't think so, Naolia.
Oh, Walter, I can't let you just split like this. I've got to do something. I've got to contribute.
You don't have to do anything.
Wait. Wait, there is one thing I can do. One little thing. Don't leave, Walter. I want to give you something. Something that'll make you remember me. Put it in your pocket. Now go, Walter. Don't look back. Just go.
Autograph, Mr. Paisley? Why, certainly, my good woman. Everybody likes my cat. You want to buy my statue, mister? $10,000? Okay. See, I'll be famous. And then I can ask Carla, and she'll say yes. I know she will.
Wipe that on his...
Hey, Doc, how about some pancakes at Walter's?
No!
Hello, Walter. Oh, hi. Hey, you're Lou, ain't you? I see you down the yellow door plenty. Come on in. I was just making some pancakes. You can have some if you like. Did you see my cat?
Yeah, I saw your cat. I also saw that chick lay these on you.
Oh, that was Naolia. She's a nice girl. She's kind of strange, though. I guess she figures I get headaches or something.
Okay, Walter, who's your connection?
Connection?
Yeah, connection. Who do you score from? Where do you buy your horse?
Horse?
Horse, junk, white stuff, heroin.
Big H, Harry, Hard Candy, Aunt Hazel, Fairy Dust, Diesel, Doogie, Doogie, Drek, Digity, Dino, Mayo, Mojo, Mud, Bozo, Bonita, Blanco, Shiva, Smack, Godsmack.
Godsmack? Really? Get out of here. What is that?
Is that what that is? I never seen any of that before. I always thought that was expensive.
Yeah, Walter, that can be real expensive.
Gee. Well, wasn't that nice of Naolia to give me that expensive horse?
Walter.
Huh?
Police officer.
Oh, you're like an undercover man.
You're under arrest, Walter.
Under arrest for what?
Possession of narcotics.
Who, me? What are you talking about?
Walter, I got you cold. Now, you just come along quietly.
I didn't do nothing. And Naolia give me those. I didn't ask her for it. I didn't even know it was
All right,
that.
you can tell him that downtown. Now, let's go.
I ain't going no place with you.
Walter, do I have to point this at you?
You're going to shoot me. No, don't shoot me.
Walter, just relax.
No, you're going to shoot me.
Now, just relax.
No, don't shoot me.
Shut up, here.
No, you're going to shoot me. Don't shoot.
Walter! Walter!
Look at the expression on his face. Look at the expression on his face. The cat face! It's a cat face! That is not the look of a cat.
What?
Now, you know what cats do? Have you ever noticed when cats clean themselves and they go and they clean the lower area and then they come up? We've done this before. Here we go. It's called flamin'. It's the thing that animals do when they smell something upsetting and then they go like this. Oh. Have you ever seen your cat come up from a good lick and then go? No, it's not a hiss. That's a hiss. They make this noise. Because they do. It's something. It's called flamin'. Look it up. It's like, Flemin or Phlemin. Look it up in the darn. Go right now. Google flamin', and you'll go. Ned wasn't kidding. It's actually something that animals do. It's the horrible thing. And again, it's a. Let's do it together. Ready? On three. 1, 2, 3. Let's get back or what?
You're watching Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
Nobody can connect you with more of this country than United Airlines. With low-cost vacations from Hawaii to the New York Islands, to the mountains, to the oceans, to the sunshine, and back again. That's why in the friendly skies we say, your land is our land.
This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
All right. Hey, everybody, we're back here at Old Chiller Theater. The beautiful Edna's here. As you can see, she has a letter. She went and dug one out of the litter box there. Or whatever. And the longer I keep the letter between her teeth, the more she won't be able to yell at me. She's not, man, sounds like she took up smoking and drinking on the same day. Because, boy, that is not a good sound. All right, Edna, here we go. Hold on, because we got letters. We got letters and the letters that we love to enjoy. All right, here we go, and... Take it out of my mouth. Maybe we won't read the mail, after all. I'll tell you what, this is kind of one of these deals that's like a love-hate relationship with the mail. I love to get mail, and we really want to get mail from you people, but I really don't like her barking. All right, here we go. What are you doing? Take that thing All righty, that's it. Let's read the mail here, hon. All right, here we go. Hold on a second. All right, this is a letter from Anton from Kiwani. Hold on one second here. Here we go. All right, this is Anton from Kiwani. I've just torn part of his letter apart.
Oscars, you know.
Fine, what is that now? Stop with that business. Man, once again, what is that smell, woman? Where were
None
you?
of your freaking business.
Man, what are you, in the old pickle plant off of Farland over there? Or what is that?
You don't have the right to ask anymore.
Man, you're like a Jolly Good or whatever. No, that was soda. I don't know what it is. All right. Okay, this is from... Hang on now. This is Anton from Kiwani. Anton writes, Ned the Dead, it has been 15 years since I've seen you, and I've been out of the state, and I can't believe that you're actually here. Anton is saying he's happy to have us back. Anton, you know what? I love Kiwani. I love trout. I love you. Send your letters to us. Edna will go gather them. We will have a great time. Cards, letters, whatever. Send them to us because we love you. Let's get back to the movie. Or what?
Are you all right? I thought I heard you shouting a minute ago. Walter! What's all the noise in here?
Noise, Mrs. Swickett? What noise?
Don't tell me I didn't hear a racket. Are you
sure you're all alone?
I'm always alone, Mrs. Swicker.
Walter, have you been talking to yourself again?
Well, I guess maybe I have, Mrs. Swicker. Somebody's got to.
Walter, you know, what you need is a girl. But she doesn't have to be pretty. Just so long as she takes good care of you.
Well, I can take real good care of myself, Mrs. Swicker.
Yeah, I can see that. Look at this pad. Terrible. When did you ever clean it up? And when did you change these sheets last? They look like they're alive.
Mrs. Swicker, I gotta meet some friends in a little while, and I gotta take a shower.
Well, why don't you clean up?
If you don't mind. Oh, please,
What's the matter with you?
Me. You'd be mopping up my blood now. I can't help it if I got scared and hit you. I can leave it. It's crazy. It's crazy. I didn't know you had it in you, Walter. How'd you do it? Just took some clay and fixed it up. Go home and make something, Walter. Make another cat. But I haven't got another cat.
Well, I reported in here around midnight. Lou had already been gone over an hour. No, nobody seems to know where he went. Why don't you put an alert out on him, and I'll check on him from here. Okay, right.
The heat, flatfoots.
He smiled and dig the fuzz.
I was going to say the fuzz. Come on, man.
What do you suppose they wanted? You, man. You. Hey, maybe they're looking for old Walter. He's a criminal type. Ain't you, Walter? Sorry, Mr. DeSantis.
Oh, that's all right, Walter. Sit down.
Sit down. Greetings, man. I'm not supposed to sit with the customers. Wait.
Now, why shouldn't you sit at the table, Walter? After all, you're a big artist now. A true creator above mere mortals.
What's the big idea?
Idea? I was just telling Walter the truth. Man wanted to pay me $100 for the cat. In fact, he's taking it home to show it to his wife. Proves that I underestimated Walter's ability. His work? There's enormous realism. You can hardly tell it from the real thing.
Well, that sounds like a real put down.
Get off Walter's back, Leonard.
Why on his back?
You're not very funny.
I'm not trying to be. Walter, what are you going to make next? A dog, maybe. Or a bird. How about a few dozen cockroaches from your room?
Hey, man, why don't you make an elephant?
I got a new one.
Great. What is it?
It's a full-length, life-size figure. Crazy. What is it called? Murdered Man.
When do we get to see it?
Oh, anytime.
Hey, that's a pretty far-out name for a statue.
I saw a statue once. It was called The Third Time Phyllis Saw Me, She Exploded.
And what kind of a statue was that?
I don't know. Made out of driftwood and dipped in fluoric acid. It's very wild.
What's wrong, Leonard?
Nothing wrong.
It's the food in this dump.
Oh, man, you should try the Sorrel sewer. They got wheat germ bagel. Too much. Excuse me, please.
I think he really is sick.
So who isn't? $300 for the cat?
I know I'm going out of my mind, but I've been collecting art pieces all over Europe for years. And this boy, Walter Paisley, has got it. I want to buy his first work, and to make very sure that I get it, I'll pay you $500. $500 for the cat and the first look at his next stuff.
Someone has the cat just now, but I'll have him back in a few days. Then you can have it for the $500.
Oh, thank you, sir. I think I've made a bargain. Call me when you're ready. Good night.
Walk the high and saw the sky.
Leonard! Feel better? Good. I'm going over to Walter's later after the place closes to see Murdered Man. You feel up to coming along?
The rope was fixed around his neck and a washer behind his ear. And the prison bell was tolling, but Tim Evans didn't hear. Sing, go down, you murdered, go down.
Sing, go down.
Look at the size of it.
Well, it's not really that big. I got it on kind of a stand.
Well, let's see it.
I'm a little nervous. I never did a person before.
You can do anything if you set your mind to it.
It's hard here. You want me to open a window?
Oh, come on, Walter. Take off the sheet.
Don't you like it?
Walter, it's a masterpiece. I've never seen anything like it before. And I hope I never see anything like it again.
Neither do I.
It's hideous, and it's eloquent. It expresses modern man and all his self-pity. How did you ever find that in yourself, Walter?
Well, it wasn't easy.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I've never seen anyone so squeamish. What's your opinion, Leonard?
Don't ask me.
Oh, come on. Now, even you must see its value. Do you think that you or I could have conceived of such a thing, much less executed it?
Executed it. Executed.
Well, then admit it. It's a work of genius.
I admit it. Now let's take it down to the yellow door. No.
Why not?
I'll tell you. But you cover it up again, please, huh? Please.
Thank you.
What is all this nonsense? Why do you want to hide it?
Well, I've been thinking. I didn't realize how much talent Walter actually had. It would be wrong to show his pieces one at a time. Dead wrong.
You're right. He should build a collection first.
Good. That's the idea.
Maybe when it's big enough, we can have a show.
A show?
Yeah.
Just for me?
No, well, not exactly. I mean, you take years and years. It's getting hot again. Well, it would take you years to make that many statues, but your work would be featured.
It's a wonderful idea, Walter. It's the only way to gain recognition. All the big art critics and art dealers will be there. It'll be an event.
Yes, then we can unload and sell this stuff for a lot more.
But the show, how soon can we go?
Well, don't rush things. It takes time. But first of all, you've got to stop making these horrible statues. Carla and I will guide you. Maybe you can turn to freeform.
Freeform?
Well, that's the movement today.
With his talent for realism?
But you can see the direction his realism takes. It's unhealthy. But you said I was a genius. I don't want to be a busboy anymore. Yes, maybe you got a point there. You shouldn't keep working at the Yellow Door. But I'm sure that man is going to buy your dead cat. So here's your fee in advance. $50. And if you need more, I've got it, so don't worry. I've got great faith in you, Walter. Gee, $50 for something I made.
Now you're a professional.
Let's go.
Okay. Good night, Walter. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, but don't rush things. You got all the time in the world. Come on, Carl. Good night.
You are, Walter?
I'm an artist, Mrs. Swicker.
Yeah. Oh, sure you are, Walter.
I am. Look.
Why can't I meet people who wanted to pay like $500 for the cat? Why can't I meet people like that? You know what I'm saying?
What have you got to sell? What's as good as a cat?
Whatever. I mean, I could probably, I got an old Twinkie in the back of my car. I mean, I got a lot of stuff. Did you ever do that with a Twinkie? Just let it sit for a while and see what happens to it?
Whoa.
You know what happens to it? Take a guess.
It gets all spongy?
It does. No, it is spongy. What do you think happens to a Twinkie when you let it sit?
Spongier?
No, it just sits. It's the same thing. You can suck the juice out of a Twinkie like 6 years after you let it sit in the car. It still has the delicious, what do you call that in there? The filling? The white business inside a Twinkie?
A certain je ne sais quoi.
No, right. That's what you
business.
call it. You call it a je ne sais quoi. Is that what it was? What does that mean?
Well, you call it business. That's disgusting. Who puts the business in the Twinkie?
I'd like to be the dude. Hey, what do you do for a living, buddy? I put the business in the Twinkie. Do it out back. Let's get.
You're watching Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
From Hot Point, the pioneer and world leader in electric cooking, comes the world's first range that does every kind of cooking automatically. The remarkable new Hot Point Golden Anniversary Super Automatic. Yes, it's here from Hot Point, the most completely automatic range ever known. The world's first range that does all kinds of cooking automatically. It not only bakes automatically, it even boils automatically. Stews, fries, grills, French fries, and barbecues automatically.
Yes, with Hot Point's new Rotogrill, you can even barbecue automatically. Just plug it in and presto. You can give chicken, ribs, and roasts that wonderful outdoor barbecued flavor right in your kitchen. Automatically.
Ruth, that automatic barbecue is marvelous. But, Mr. Smith, I've heard electric cooking isn't very fast.
Well, Hot Point sure is. The fastest ever. Watch this. Just press a button, and instantly, you're cooking at top speed.
Why, that's amazing.
Right. Not only is Hot Point the most automatic of all ranges, Hot Point is by far the fastest, too.
Oh, and look, Ruth, 2 ovens.
That's right. Hot Point's giant automatic super oven, plus Hot Point's automatic thrift oven. And both have full-size broilers, too.
What's that for, Mr. Smith?
Another great Hot Point feature that lets you adjust your broiler shelf easily for charcoal-like professional broiling, regardless of the thickness of the meat. That's just part of the Hot Point story. Why not get the rest soon at your Hot Point dealers? Always look to Hot Point. First with the finest for 50 years.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
Hello, my little pelicans, and you, my huge pelican. You have kind of a smell of herring about you. Hey, it's time for Reels and Squeals, as you now know, and Reels and Squeals is our chance to show films from local Wisconsin, Green Bay, Appleton, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, you know, wherever, Brothertown, wherever they're up in Shawano, and, you know, as far away as Navarino, places like that. Filmmakers and their unusual local films. Now, what is the film tonight? I got to tell you right now, this is a very cool film. What's the name of the film? I like this.
A Very Sunny Morning, directed by Eric Carter from Mainstream Multimedia here in Green Bay.
Now, let me tell you, friends, this is funky, but get ready to be funkified, because this is a very cool movie made by someone right here in Green Bay, and we'll have them each and every week for you.
Someone with talent.
That's right. Yeah, right. Clearly more talent than I, and that always upsets. So right now, everybody, A Very Sunny Morning, or what?
Reels and in the street again, outside the black. Can't seem to get away. Maybe I'll eat tonight. Get up to bomb the match. I'm sure I'll pay. I'll burn the book instead. Maybe I'll eat today.
How's your toast?
Good.
It's more than good. Perfectly golden brown and buttery.
It's true.
How are your eggs?
They were good, but a little runny.
I like them that way.
Not me.
Serious?
Yeah, disgusting.
I can't believe you don't like them.
You're disgusting, Jack. Really. Such a child. I can't believe you. I love that.
Oh, Sophie, Sophie, Sophie.
You're such a dork.
No, I'm not. It's time now. Where you been, man?
Oh, you know, kicking it, like that.
It's been a while since we've seen you, Dawn. Lately, you only come around, you need us for something.
Yes, sorry about that, Sophie. I've been real busy, man. And you're right. I do need your help.
What is it?
Got your laptop charged up?
Yep.
Grab it. Let's go.
What are we doing here?
You've got to help me find her, man.
Who?
The nun.
What nun?
The nun.
Oh.
Just one nun?
How many nuns could there be?
Any number if you think about it.
I suppose.
The nun! The nun! Hey! The nun! Let's see what she has to say, man.
What's going on? Hell, this is freaking me out. This is freaking me out. This is making me very uncomfortable. What the heck? What is going on? This is a dream. I'm still dreaming. What happened to my underwear? Mommy? Damn! Damn it! Damn it! I'm still dreaming. This is a dream. This is actually getting kind of boring. This is getting kind of boring.
You okay, Jackie?
Tired.
Same dream again. Hmm?
Yeah.
That was really weird.
That whole thing was really weird, man.
All righty, everybody. Now, as I told you before we went to that, first of all, I would just like to say, Doc, that is a well-made movie right there.
They had some skills.
That's right. Now,
there was some skills.
And on the other side of this is people try to make movies where they try to be whacked. You know what I'm saying? They think, all right, we're going to make a movie that's whacked, and we go and we try to make the movie seem whacked. These people are whacked. You know what I'm saying? They're whacked out. These people, if you encounter them in Green Bay, I'd think twice about mentioning the movie to them for fear as to what might happen. You know what I'm saying? I believe it was that waking up over and over thing. While that did drag on a bit, it was still very stylistic and very unusual. You know what I mean?
I like the shot with the eggs on the plate and the camera, the plate camera right on the eggs.
It looked a lot like an early girlfriend I had. That shot of the eggs on the plate, kind of a strange. I know. I was very, very lucky. She was over easy, if you know what I mean. All right, let's head back to Bucket of Blood, or what?
Помню я безумный напев, песни, пляски, фильмы, гитар, и любви пленительный угар, здесь только хор цыганок запоет.
One of the greatest advances in modern poetry is the elimination of clarity. I am proud to say my poetry is only understood by that minority which is aware.
Aware of what? Why, not of anything, stupid, just aware.
Man, this place is beginning to feel like a lineup.
Yeah, baby. If it don't cool out pretty soon, I'm gonna haunt somebody else's joint.
We may have to start drinking.
Отзвучали песенки цыган, давно закрыт любимый ресторан.
Yes, man, yes, yes. That's the man, yes. Yes, man, yes.
Good evening, Bob.
Good evening, Howard.
Sylvia, didn't you see me wave my Zen stick?
That's Walter Paisley.
And bring me a cappuccino and a piece of papaya cheesecake. And a bottle of Yugoslavian white wine.
Yes, sir, Mr. Paisley.
Good evening, Walter.
Maxwell, how have you been?
I see the rewards of achievement have come your way.
Well, after all, I'm a successful sculptor now.
Indeed.
Oh, man, dig Walter the Wigger. It's coming on like he just cured cats. Let us make the scene. Crazy.
I was just suggesting to Walter that he try his hand at freeform. Why do you suggest anything to Walter? Are you the spokesman for society come to put your stifling finger in his eye?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, now who invited these two down from the clouds?
Maxwell, yoo-hoo.
Clear the table. Bring a bowl. I may be sick. It's Alice the Awful. Comes to spread cheer and color.
Look at my suntan, everybody.
Do we have to...
Where have you been, Alice? I went up to Big Sur to look for Henry Miller.
You didn't find him, I hope.
No, he's in Europe.
Good.
Why is the busboy sitting here?
I'm not the busboy anymore.
That's right. Walter has become a sculptor.
Oh, really? I'm a model, you know. I only charge $25 an hour. Would you like to do me?
I just might.
Never mind that. Walter's going to try freeform. There you go again. I may take my business to the Sorrel Sewer.
As a matter of fact, I was going to suggest to Walter that he try a female figure. As a change from the violent death theme. He really should, Walter. You know what? If you like, I'll be your model for free.
For free?
I couldn't. Not you.
Man, if you're going to be an artist, you've got to do nudes.
Right. Ain't nobody an artist unless he does nude.
Will you get them out of here before we wind up in night court?
Oh, let's change the subject. I'm sick of hearing about sculpture. Nobody knows how to do that anymore. Much less the busboy from the Yellow Door.
Who do you think you're talking about?
Don't shout at me.
I don't like you.
Nobody asked for your opinion, Walter. You're just a simple little farm boy, and the rest of us are all sophisticated beatniks.
That's all, man. Let's split. Yeah, man. I gotta make me some air. See, you made them leave.
What did I do?
The first beneficial service of your benighted life. It proves we're all good for something.
Are you saying that this busboy is better than I?
Yes.
I think this whole bit about him being a sculptor is just a big put-on for my benefit.
That's not true. I am a sculptor.
Oh, yeah? Prove it. Make something out of this.
There. Hand.
That isn't a real hand. If you were a sculptor, you'd create something for me.
A harpoon would be very nice.
I'm going home.
Alice? You're obnoxious. But he's such an idiot.
I wanted to apologize for being nasty to you this evening.
So you apologize. Good night. Listen to us. Why don't you get out of here and let me go to bed?
I didn't finish talking to you. I decided to make the female figure after all.
Oh?
I'd like you to pose for it.
Remember what I said about my price?
$25 an hour.
If you want to pay it, I don't mind posing. When do you want to start work?
Tonight?
You mean right now?
Uh-huh.
Wait till I get my sweater. more heat around this place. Could use a little more heat around this place.
It's bad for the clay. You'll get used to it.
Well, I'm almost ready.
Here. Sit in this chair and I'll pose you.
Kind of rickety. How's this pose?
Well, that's fine. It's very good. Just stay like that.
This doesn't look like very much clay.
Oh, it's enough. Put this around your neck.
Watch it, the plate card.
Are these fertile eggs?
Are these eggs fertile? Naturally.
What'd you fry them in?
We ran out of the safflower seed oil, but I found a bottle of peanut oil on the shelf. Don't worry, it's not hydrogenated.
Is that the cold pressed stuff or the junk Hilda bought by mistake? Yes, man, yes. Hi. Good morning, Older.
Hi, Walter. What brings you here?
Had some breakfast. What are you having? Some soy and wheat germ pancakes, organic guava nectar, calcium lactate and tomato juice, and garbanzo omelets sprinkled with smoked yeast. Join us? No, thanks. Sounds great, though. I brought something to show you. Could I have some of the guys help me?
Is it ready, man?
It's better.
Come on.
Orders. Put it in the middle of the room.
When did you do this, Walter?
Last night. It doesn't take me very long.
I should say not.
Well, let's see it, man.
Walter, I can't believe it.
I'm honored to know this man. Do you think it's nice? Hey, she's beautiful. Do you think it's nicer than Murdered Man?
Oh, I don't know, Walter. It's impossible to choose. They're both great.
Walter, I'm deeply moved. Show my appreciation, I'm going to give a party tonight at the Yellow Door, in your honor. And I shall compose a poem.
Garbanzo omelets with smoked yeast, my friend.
Yum, yum.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Hey, Grandpa, what's for supper?
Here's garbanzo omelets with smoked yeast, young man. Tell you what, you know what? I tell you, man, I've been living around here too long. I just cannot do the foo-foo, she-she, garbanzo yeast deal. I can't stand it. You know what I'm saying? I need a big fat burger. I gotta go up to Joe Rowers and have me a burger. You know what I'm saying? All right, everybody, we're gonna go head her out, and we'll come back and forth and dance and beep, beep, beep.
You're watching Chiller Theater. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
All right, what do you got coming up here, my friend? Any idea what's going on here? Do you even
No,
know where we are?
I'm lost.
No, I know we're in Green Bay, Wisconsin here. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're here on NBC 26
Oh, yeah.
with Chiller Theater.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
we want to say that Chiller's on at midnight, of course, after Saturday Night Live. Spread the word to your friends. It's very important. You know what I'm saying?
Back where it was.
Oh, yeah, because you know what we want to do? We want to have a third generation of weird little kids and people watching Chiller Theater. We think that would be a special deal.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
didn't harm me none.
All right. Now, coming up in the movie here, you're going to see one of my favorite parts where Walter gets to enjoy what the Burger King deal on. He looks like the Burger King at a horrible beatnik party, and it's one of my favorite scenes in any of the movies we show, although I don't remember a lot of the movies we show. You know, they all start to run together after a while. But in this case, Walter, he gets the Burger King deal on, and it's mighty fine. You know what I'm saying? All right, everybody. Do you ever speak anymore, Doc? I know that. He's like the monkey. He rubs his stomach. All right, let's get back to the movie. Beep, bup, 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 bup.
Some more champagne, Your Majesty?
Here.
Where?
There. That's fine. Have another little kiss?
Walter, you're a wretch.
Yeah? Here we go. All right. Walter. The bird that flies now pays later through the nose of ambidextrous apathy. Necrophiles may dance upon the placemats in an orgy of togetherness. The highway of life cuts sharply through the shady ghettos and the ivy-covered tombs, and laughter rings from every time capsule in the star-spangled firmament. And in the deep freeze, it is the children's hour, and no one knows that Duncan is murdered, and no one knows that Walter Paisley is born. Duncan knows. Tuesday Sunrise knows. Alley cats and garbage cans and steaming pavements and you and I and the nude descending the staircase and all such things with both we know that Walter Paisley is born. Ring rubber bells, beat cotton gongs, strike silken cymbals, play leathern flutes, the cats and cans and you and I and all such things with souls. We shall hear Walter Paisley is born, and the souls become flesh. Walter Paisley is born.
Marvelous, darling, marvelous.
Man, like that was the greatest gas I ever heard.
Crazy, what did he say? Didn't you hear him? No, man, I'm too far out.
Maxwell, that was magnificent.
You're so elegant.
Walter deserved every word of it.
It makes me so glad I'm aware.
Did you hear what he said?
Yes, Walter.
All about me. It's true, isn't it?
Every word.
You better hold off on the bubbly, artist.
Yeah, why?
You might talk too much.
What would I say?
Most anything, I expect.
Are you two trying to ignore the rest of us?
Oh, not me, Maxwell. I wouldn't ignore you. I know what it is to be ignored.
Tell us what you're going to do next, Walter.
I'm going to make the most wonderful, wildest, wickedest things you've ever seen. I'm going to make big statues and little statues, tall statues and short statues. I'm going to make statues of nobodies and statues of famous people, statues of actors and poets and people who sell things on television, and a statue of the mayor and some opera singers and their intimate friends. And everybody will say, Walter, let me shake your hand. It's been a real pleasure to have known you. Alley cats and garbage cans, they know that Walter Paisley is born. Ring rubber bells,
Speak cotton gowns, striped silk and simple, play leather flutes. Tell us what you're gonna do next, Walter. I'm gonna make big statues, little statues, movie stars and poets, and guys who sell things on television, and the mayor and some officers. That's what you're gonna do next, Walter. What am I gonna do next? What am I gonna do next? I gotta do something before they forget. I know what it's like to be ignored.
Who are you? What do you want?
Life is an obscure hobo, bumming a ride on the omnibus of art.
Huh? What'd you say?
What is not creation is graham crackers. Let them all crumble to feed the creator.
Now, beat it. You must be nuts.
Boy, that was a whopper.
You mean the head?
No, I meant
coming off the saw.
No, I meant Walter with the Burger King outfit
the Burger
on.
King,
Had that kind of a funny deal going on. Yeah, the head in the sawmill thing is awfully nice too, ain't it? Oh yeah, that's you keep cutting, you get down to the ain't eventually. You know what I'm saying?
The problem with the black and white movie is there's no, ketchup.
No, well, that's true. They could use any fluid. I think.
Stains.
Well, the neat part of a black and white movie is they could have used Pennzoil for all we know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you pretty much, you didn't even have to do the Caro syrup and the food coloring or whatever. You could pretty much use whatever you wanted. You know what I'm saying?
And, use your imagination.
Hey, what's the movie next week? Do you remember, Doc?
Oh, it's a classic.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
The Killer Shrew.
Oh, the Shrews, the Spectacular Shrews. One of our favorite movies coming up then. You know what I'm saying?
It was actually made for the outdoor theater.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't make them like that anymore.
No, it's because there are virtually no outdoor theaters anymore. And I lament that because that was a lot of fun with Jolene down the street. You know what I'm saying?
You're watching Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
Coca-Cola has the taste you never get tired of. Always refreshing. That's why things go better with Coke after Coke after Coke.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
Welcome back to Cat Theater, everyone. How are you?
Cat.
I'm Lord Kattenheimer. And this is my friend Katangwa, Catatonic. Have you ever drank any of that catatonic?
I know.
That is nice. You know, my grandpa, when he would sit out in the backyard, and he'd always say, I said, Grandpa, what are you drinking? Tonic. And I always thought, tonic, isn't that what you put on your hair? Do you remember Vitalis? Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Brill cream?
Oh, no. Little dabble do you, my friend. And I believe those are words to live by. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the business they put in a Twinkie.
If I'm not mistaken.
Brill cream.
A little Twinkie dabble do you, if you know what I mean. You know, it's funny, they don't even make Brill cream anymore, but that little dabble do you, that's going to live on for a long time.
I got some Brill cream right
I
here.
believe more than a dab. Do not touch me, though. That's the one thing I ask. You could be here, do whatever you wish, just don't touch, please. That's kind of, well, whatever. God damn. What was that? The clipboard? You have the clipboard? All right, everybody, let's head her in and enjoy a movie. Or what?
Hello, Leonard. Beautiful morning, isn't it?
Was. What's that you got in the box?
Now, just wait till you see this.
Extra. Horrible murder on furniture factory. Read about the man who got cut in half. Extra. Police can only find part of it.
Leonard.
Read all about it.
What's the matter, Leonard?
You made a bust.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful? What's the matter, Leonard?
Put it down, Walter, please. Walter, listen to me carefully. I don't want you to make any more statues. Do you understand? No more statues.
Well, why not? I gotta make statues, Leonard. You heard Brock. They want me to make them. If I stop making them, I'll just be a busboy again.
Brock, he's behind all of this with his stupid, bitter poetry. Listen, you've got to stop it right away. I'm beginning to feel responsible.
Why? What did you do?
Never mind. Walter, I've decided to have that show for you right away. Yes. When Carla comes, we'll have her work up some nice invitations. We'll have them printed up. We'll invite the critics and the art collectors. We'll tell them.
Well, I don't see why we can't go.
Mr. Leonard DeSantis is afraid to have you come. You who buy his coffee that lure his tourists. You are the heart and soul and meat of the Yellow Door. He slighted you.
Did you get an invitation?
I did not, but I'm going anyway. Not to drink his champagne, but to see Walter's triumph. After that, we go no more.
Hi, Maxwell.
I won't say good luck, Walter.
Why not?
It would imply you could not succeed on your ability alone.
You look so handsome.
I do? So do you. I mean, you look so pretty.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
Oh, we've got plenty of time.
I know, but I wanted to talk to you.
Okay, we can go now if you like. Bye.
Later, man, later.
Swing.
Man, why do you suppose Walter wants to get her alone?
You suppose he could be physically attracted to her?
No, man, he ain't the type. You don't get enough vitamin E.
Maxwell gave him a bottle of wheat germ oil once. Maybe he just started taking it.
What did you want to talk to me about, Walter?
Well, what kind of people do you like, Carla?
Oh, thinking people. Artistic people, I guess.
You think I'm artistic?
Of course I do.
That means you like me.
I like you very much, Walter.
I thought you did on account how you kissed me the other night.
Oh, that was for your sculptor of the girl you nude in the chair.
Carla, I've been alone for a long time, and I know you've been alone, because you never seem to go out with anybody, even though Leonard's always asking you to go out with him, and I just...
What are you trying to say?
Carla, I don't want to make statues anymore. I want to get married to you.
How long have you been thinking about this, Walter?
Oh, for a long time. Ever since you first came to work at the club. You were the only one who was ever nice to me. I didn't know you loved me until you kissed me.
Walter, I do like you. And I did kiss you. But that was because of your work. There's more to being in love with someone than just that.
You mean you don't love me?
I'm afraid that's what I mean.
But you gotta love me. Why do you think I made that statue of Alice?
Walter, I'm sorry, but
You just can't be sorry. I want to marry you.
Now, calm down, Walter, and let's go in there, and then maybe when the show's over, we can talk about it.
Well, I don't want to talk about it. I get it. I see the whole thing now.
Nobody knows that Walter Paisley is born. Carla, will you do one favor for me?
Just about anything, Walter.
Would you let me make a statue of you?
Would you really like to? That'd make me very happy.
Okay. Tonight. I'll make a statue of you tonight. Okay?
Come on.
No, thanks.
This could bring about a return to realism.
Yes, a one-man return. We have many artists about, but no craftsmen. This man knows his anatomy.
I'd give $1,500 for this.
After you read my review, it'll probably cost you $5,000.
So what's the trouble?
Why should you be so depressed? Have you heard the things they're saying? You can make $25,000 on these pieces alone.
I thought you put money down.
I do, but $25,000?
Leave me alone.
Man, we have come to make this scene.
What's some cappuccino, man? We got the bread.
We're not open for business. This is an art exhibit. No bumps. Get up. That art is a bum, man.
And he's sober.
Yeah, well, that's his problem.
All right, man, all right. We'll wait outside.
Yeah, you wait outside.
Oh, I love that Barbara Morris. Don't you? Isn't she cute? Such a pretty smile.
You know, I like she kisses Walter for, because of his work. That's why everybody hits me. I've never gotten a kiss for doing this show, let me tell you that. And I'm not asking, by the way. You looked over like,
You're on TV. You ought to get kissed all the time.
No. I'll tell you what. A lot of the dudes, like the news people and all, I'm sure they just, people are frolocking or frocking over them or whatever it is. You know what? If you're Ned the Dad, you go out in public, you don't get the adulation that the big-time stars get. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sad to hear that.
Oh, no, the weather dudes, those are the ones that really get they're the big stars, you know what I'm saying? Well, they are. They're the big star. Guys like us, we go out, nobody really cares, you know what I mean? I mean, have you ever gone to, like, the drive-through or, somewhere like that and you had anyone say, hey, are they kind to you ever or anything like that?
Now that you mention it, no.
I know it, man. I know it. It's like crying in our soup. All right, everybody, let's get her out of here. Let's go back and enjoy.
You're watching Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
Maris is ready. Here's the pitch. It's going, it's in there. A new Major League record, 61 home runs by Roger Maris.
Hi, kids. That sure was a day for me. Part of the thrill of baseball. The kind of real excitement I've put into my great new game by Pressman, Action Baseball.
The score is 2-2. You're up at bat. The pitcher's set, and he can pitch. Fastball, slow ball, curve. Here it comes. A hot single to right. And the next one, a strike. The pitch, a smashing double to left field. Another run batted in. All the skill and excitement of World Series when you play Roger Maris Action Baseball by Pressman. Now you can hit home runs just like Roger Maris.
Yes, kids. There's nothing like the thrill of baseball. And now it's yours.
Get Roger Maris Action Baseball today, $2.98. Oh boy, a Pressman toy.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
Hey, everybody, we're back. We're coming at you here. Hey, you know what? We're going to be checking the conclusion of the flick out shortly. However, next week's movie is...
The Killer Shrews.
That's right. Tell us about The Killer Shrews,
Oh,
Doc.
I love me The Killer Shrews.
He loves him, The Killer Shrews.
It was made by a Texas millionaire. He made 2 movies just to show at his own outdoor theaters. And the other one was the giant Gila Monster.
Giant Gila Monster and Killer Shrews were both made for one dude's theater?
Yes, they were made to run back-to-back at one billing at the outdoor theater.
Right, and they ran for 6 years every night. You know, nobody ever watched that, although those are 2 fine movies. Wouldn't you say?
Certainly.
I mean, Killer Shrews, Giant Gila Monster's another of my faves, as you know.
They both have foreign chicks in them.
Oh, and you know what happens then. You know, I've always wanted to be with a foreign girl. That's right. All girls are foreign to me, though, unfortunately. All right, so next week, once again, we got Killer Shrews. Let's go enjoy the conclusion of this fine film.
What's the matter? Walter, there's a body inside that statue.
There's a body inside that dress.
Dude, get back with that.
Well, that's Alice. It's all right, Carla. Maxwell says it's all right. Let them become clay in his hands that he might mold them.
Walter, you stay away from me.
Don't you see, Carla? I made them immortal. Don't you see, I can do the same for you. I'm going up the base. I'm going with you.
Hey, man, what is the score?
Walter Paisley's a murderer.
Ah, man, I saw him chasing Carla down the street.
What was that? Nobody else can hear. No. They couldn't know. They're dead. How could they know?
Did you see him?
He's hiding around here someplace.
He can't hide just because we're in clay and he isn't.
Walter, go home.
He won't know where else to go.
Walter, go home.
Where is he?
soon, Lou.
We'll teach him he can't murder us and get away with it, won't we?
What you gonna do now, Walter?
I'll hide where they'll never find me.
Paisley's running. He's gone crazy.
Paisley! Paisley, open up! Paisley!
I suppose he would have called it hanging man. His greatest work.
Hey, everybody, back to Chiller Theater. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight for the fabulous Bucket of Blood. Dude, you do the strangest stuff. You are so...
What?
You do this crazed...
What?
You're like kind of a... Which one was it? Oliver or Hardy or what was it? Stanley or Laurel or which one was it? The one that did that business? Which one was that?
Oliver Hardy.
All right, fine. You do a lot of... Because you do funny tongue things and you make some unusual... You know, you're an unusual man. You're a very large man. Do you ever notice... Look at this, folks, kids. This is just, it's spectacular. Stop that. He could push me all the way to Swamico and he'd just give me one horrible swipe with his meaty thigh.
That's one of the things I like about you. You're up on the local geography.
Oh, yeah.
And you throw it in there.
Dude, I've been all over, my friend. I've been all over. I've been all around the area. You know what I'm saying?
You got some things all over you, too.
Oh, I know that. You know, I love this area. There's a fine group of people in Frog Station. There's Sloven. The people out in Sloven are interesting people. You know what I'm saying? Do we have to end this there, dog? All right, everybody, let's get the heck out of here, shall we? Or what?
Thanks for watching Ned the Dead and Doc Moreau. Remember to check out their stuff at nedthedead.com.